Mother's Day. Two words that mean everything to some people, but also land very heavily to others. Others like me, yeah. Mother's Day comes around every year, and every year I'm filled with dread because I'm like, how am I going to get through this? Even as a mom myself, mother of two now, it's still a day that I don't necessarily look forward to. While the world is busy branching and posting their mothers on Instagram, I am like, can this day just come and go? Yeah, and I have nothing against anybody who's branching. Nope. By all means, enjoy your eggs Benedict. Or against the gift hampers. No, 100% do that. That's if your mom is still around, you're very lucky and very blessed. Please show her some love and celebrate her. But I want us to stop and pause to remember the ones who might, like me, might feel like this day is not their day. Welcome back to Grief Angels podcast. My name is Rose Gichure. I am a certified grief and loss specialist and the founder and host of this podcast and this community. Thank you for being with us, and I hope you enjoy this episode. So I lost my mom July of 2015. That's about almost 11 years ago. And it means I've gone through 10 Mother's Days without her. That's a lot, right? Some years are really, really bad. Some years I'm just like, meh. Some years I stay in bed, not wanting to be bothered. Some years I will maybe attempt to get out of bed, but it has been hard for sure. So if you're like me and you're grieving your mom and your mom is not here, I want to tell you that I see you and I am just like you, and this is the episode for you. So I want to do something differently this particular episode, where I want to, maybe even this particular Mother's Day, celebrate my mom, but I'll celebrate her by creating this wish list, not of things I wish I said, but there are definitely some things there, but a wish list of things I would do with her if she was still around. And I invite you also to begin to think about your own wish list of things you want to do with your mom. The first thing I'll do with my mom is a mani-pedi. I'll definitely take my mom to get a manicure and a pedicure. That's something we used to do together, and I wish, looking back, I knew how little time we had together, and I would have done many of those. But I didn't. But we did enjoy our 2-3 hours every so often of a manicure and a pedicure. Every time she'd come down to Nairobi, that was nice to do. And a funny cringe story coming up right now. It might gross you out a little bit, but it is what it is. My mom had diabetes and hypertension and kidney failure in the very end, and she was on dialysis for a very long time. And when you're a diabetic patient, wounds don't heal up as quickly as they should, like for a non-diabetic person. So she had this little wound on her toe that she kind of pulled at, and you're like, something is disturbing me, let me just pull at this, let me just remove this and it'll be fine. But it wasn't fine. It stayed and stayed, and it festered and turned into a full-blown open wound, very smelly. But it ended up costing her toes, and she had to get her toes amputated because of that. So the joke between the two of us was, well, now one of the things that we will get a discount on definitely is a pedicure. Maybe now we're going to get a half-price pedicure because of just having to do a pedicure on one foot. That's cringe, but it's also funny. It was our own little thing, and I miss her a lot for that. The second thing I would do with her is I would go on holiday with her. My mom worked very, very hard, and I think she didn't allow herself some of life's little pleasures, like just spoiling herself, yeah? Maybe I'd send her to the coast or Cape Town, for example, to get to experience a whole new world. I think she was just so busy on work, and save, and there's never enough money. But having gone through multiple losses now, I realize that I guess money will always be there. Time won't. So I'd rather go on the holiday. So I'd send her on holiday because of that. The third thing I would do with my mom is I'd go into business with her. She was a very, very business-minded person, very entrepreneurial. She would see opportunities everywhere. It would be nice to kind of venture into this business world together, and just sit across the table from her, not just as a daughter, but also as a business partner now. The fourth thing I would do with my mom, and this is the final one, I'd go to church with her and I would sing her songs with her. I used to roll my eyes every time we'd go to church together. I visited her back at home, and we've gone to church and she's felt moved by the Spirit to go and present a song, and then she'd get to the front, she'd be like, I'm going to invite my daughter to come and sing. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know what song this is. But now I would sing all those songs gladly. I would be the one at the forefront singing whatever she needs me to sing, because I didn't know how little time we had together. So that's my wish list: a mani-pedi, a holiday, a business, and some church songs. What about yours? What's your wish list? If your mom was still around, what would you do with her? Think about it, and maybe even go out and do one of those things in her name and in her honor, and it will put a smile on your face. I definitely will be getting a mani-pedi, that's for sure. Now, to a second category of people who dread Mother's Day. This is for the ones who've lost their child or children. Whether it be a child who lived and was loved, or it be a child who didn't get to come into this world, could be a pregnancy loss, whatever it was, this one is for you. So on a day like Mother's Day, when the world is supposed to be honoring you and stopping to say, hey, we celebrate you and we see you, you're carrying this enormous absence and enormous pain that you can't just ignore, obviously. And people around you may not know what that means like for you. They probably think, oh, she's already moved on from that. Oh, she's good. Or don't remind her. Whatever it is, I'm here to say I see you. And you're allowed to grieve in your own way. You're allowed to take this day and make it whatever you need it to be for yourself. If you want to do something in the honor of the child, go ahead and do that. If your child would have been alive today, what would they have loved to do? Go do that. Say their name out loud. You, again, don't owe anybody a performance of whatever. This is just a day for you to... And if you want to just chill in bed, hey, by all means, chill in bed. The third category of people I want to talk to today is those of us who have maybe complicated relationships with our moms. Your mom is still alive, but she might as well not be, because, and not to say that that's what I wish upon your mom, obviously, and you also don't wish that upon your mom, but obviously things could be better between you and your mom, and maybe they haven't been for a very long time. You just have chosen to create that distance to protect your own peace of mind. This episode is also for you, because we see you, we see your pain. While everybody's celebrating and posting, you would want to do the same, but you really can't because of how complicated that relationship is. Again, on a day like today, for Mother's Day, I wish that you find whatever peace looks like to you. And when people around you don't seem to understand why you don't go home, why you don't call your mom, you're feeling guilty for not calling. Maybe you even call and then you go like, why did I even bother to call? Because this has happened. Whatever it is, I pray that you choose you on a day like today and do what makes you feel loved. And if it's just stay in bed again, order in, stay in bed. This episode is for you. And to the last category of people I want to talk to is for those of us who, yes, like I said, still grieving our mothers, even if they're not dead, just because we don't have a relationship with them. Maybe one more thing to add would be your feelings are valid and your grief is very, very real. You're grieving this future that you had imagined with them. You're grieving this love that you crave so badly from them, and it's not there. I say to you that it's okay. You don't have to be okay. If there's a way to mend the relationship, fine. If there isn't a way, that's also fine. Again, I'm always peace of mind over anything else. So in that sense, do you. And then the final group of people I want to talk to today is the ones who aren't mothers. And you've been wanting to be a mom for one reason or the other. You just, maybe you're still trying. Maybe you've stopped trying because of how much it takes from you. Maybe you've gone through rounds and rounds of treatment and it's taken everything from you physically, mentally, emotionally. Maybe you've lost pregnancies in a world that did not mourn with you because they happened so early. They happened very quietly and also maybe very privately. To you, I say you're also, this day is for you. And every scroll on your phone, every branch invitation, that might trigger something in you. I say, again, choose you. Yeah, do what you need to do for yourself. Protect your space, protect your day, protect how you spend Mother's Day, protect how you spend the days before, the days after. If you need to log off social media because it's too overwhelming, whatever that looks like for you, that's for you to choose, and you're the only person in control. The child you lost, whether they got to live on this side of the world or not, they're very real. They're very, very valid. The future you grieved that you could have had with them, that is also very, very real. It's a real, real loss, and it needs to be mourned properly, not minimized or not rushed over. That is also very, very real. So one tool for today, as we come to a close of this episode, for whatever version of Mother's Day grief you are carrying, the wish list. You heard mine. The mani-pedi, the holiday, the business, the songs that I rolled my eyes up on, and I'll do them now. I'd give anything to be sitting in that same church today. Now yours. If you lost your mom, what would you do with her today if you could? What are those small little ordinary things you would do? If you lost your child, what would today look like if they were here? If your relationship with your mother is complicated, what did you always quietly hope it could be? And if you wanted to be a mother and are not yet, what does the version of today you imagined look like? Write the list, even 3 things, maybe even just 1. Not to punish yourself with what is absent, but to honor the love that is very much present, even now, even in grief. That love is still there, and let that list be proof that that love does exist. Mother's Day is very complicated, yeah? For more people than the world actually acknowledges. For the bereaved daughter who's trying to hold space for her mom, while also being a mom to her own kids, hold on to her mother's memory like me, but also be present for my family as they honor me as a mom. It's a balance that I have to continuously try to create. For the mom who remembers the weight of something that was someone that lived and that's no longer there. For the daughter of a mother who wasn't a safe space for them. And for the woman who's quietly mourning a future she has not given up on yet. My mom's name was Esther Wangui Mwai, and she lived and she was loved, and I celebrate her today. She was entrepreneurial, she was warm, and even if I do not have her today, again, I honor her. But I have the mani-pedi to go to. Remember, what do you have? Go do that. Thank you very much for tuning in to Grief Angels as always. I pray that you've learned a thing or two with this episode. Subscribe to our channels and talk to us in the DMs. We're always here for you, and this community is for you. Bye.